Well, we're off. What's up, guys? Dr. M3 here. It's actually been a while since I've done a video, a vlog for you guys, and so I figured I'd do one today, and I gotta get more consistent. Honestly, life has been busy, but as you can see, I am in the Tesla Model Y Performance. It's been a while since I did a video on this car, and it occurred to me that I really needed to do one for a couple of reasons. One, this car, honestly, I'm gonna make a controversial statement, and you guys know my history. I don't have to worry about it so much, but you guys know, you've seen a bunch of my other cars. But I'm gonna make this controversial. Maybe I'll pose it as a question. Is this the best car that I've ever owned? Tesla Model Y Performance. Is this the best car I've ever owned? So let me tell you how many miles we have on the Tesla Model Y so far. Hold on for a second. Let's see here. We have 26,426 miles done in let's say 7 months, 8 months. Unbelievable. I've got to say. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, turn notification on. And if you're interested and you're thinking about buying a Tesla, I have a referral code. It's going to be right down here at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and use that when you buy this car. So let's talk about it. For those 426 miles, 26,426 miles, what has been my experience with the Tesla Model Y? As you recall, when I first made this video, looking at my next daily driver, one of the criteria was something that was easy to drive. I obviously had a pretty long commute. Round trip about 150 miles a day, and so I knew I was going to be putting a lot of miles on this car pretty quickly, and it's something that had autonomous features to it, because if it's long boring highway miles, it's not fun to drive, let's face it, guys. So that was one of the criteria. I wanted something that had a little bit more storage capacity, because you know all of my cars have limited storage capacity, and a cargo capacity as well. My last daily driver was the BMW i8, which I still love. I still have that car. I can't imagine getting rid of it. Because this was going to be a car covering a lot of miles, I also wanted to make sure that the paint was protected, and you know, a whole bunch of stuff. If you haven't seen that video about my whole process of determining what was going to be my next daily driver, and the RS6 Avant was going to be it, and the Tesla Model Y Performance won out, and you're going to see why. I'm going to link to that video, so go ahead and take a look at that one. But let's talk about why and how things have gone with the Tesla Model Y so far. Honestly, it's been an incredible experience. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and then maybe the ugly. The good is I love the autonomous features. I can sit back, I can you know, put on a podcast and just watch the car do its thing. And because it's also crowdsourced, that data is going up to the cloud and making the whole autonomous vehicle program better and better and better. Now, Tesla has said we've got autopilot, which is level 5. We're not really there yet. Everything is in beta, but it's pretty damn good, and I think they're far ahead. They're probably 5-7 years ahead of everybody else, their closest competitors. That's number one. The autonomous features have been absolutely incredible. I love it. What can I say? I will also say that operating this vehicle for these 26,000 miles, I actually did a calculation at around 20,000 miles. And what it would have cost to operate the RS6 Avant just in fuel cost alone was closer to $10,000 for the 20,000 miles. The fuel cost to operate the Tesla Model Y for the same distance on the low end was like $1,200. On the high end was maybe $1,800. That's insane. And fuel prices are only going up and up and up. So operation-wise, that's incredible. Then if you start loading in, oil changes, brakes and all that sort of stuff, the cost of operating mounts dramatically compared to the Tesla. So that's the good. It's just an awesome place to be. The seats are comfortable. You guys know how the seats are in my Performante. Not comfortable. You can take 4 people. There's so much cargo room. I can go on and on and on. The visibility is incredible. I love the center screen here, nothing in front of you. The command seating position. I can just go on and on and on. That's the good, okay? That's the good stuff about this car. What are the bad parts of this car? Well, fit and finish is, I got over that. I did a video on it. The fit and finish is actually pretty good for my copy, but it's not always been the case for most cars, unfortunately. And they've gotten better, I think, over time. So let's give them credit for it. Their build quality is improving, and we'll give Tesla credit for that. The other thing that I don't like as much, and it's true that if you're listening to the radio, you don't have to worry about it. You won't hear this, but it is pretty obvious. You can hear the wind noise on this car because it's electric. You don't hear all the outside stuff, all that wind noise when you have a podcast or something else going. And honestly, if you have a combustion engine, there's probably a lot of wind noise as well with that, but usually it's overpowered by the combustion engine that you don't even pay attention to it. But if you have the radio off, and because this is an electric car, it is more noticeable for sure. So that's another thing that I just think they've gone to double pane glass here for the front, and so that's helped, I think. But honestly, that's kind of a little not so good. What else is the ugly? Honestly, I can't think of a ton that's, like, I would say is really bad about the Tesla at this point. I think I would say one of the ugly things is that not infrequently you get challenged. It feels like it's constant by other cars, right? So I'll not infrequently have a car pull up next to me. They kind of give you the, and I'm not about street racing. And you get challenged all the time. And there are 2 kinds, right? The first kind is they kind of pull up next to you and they want to race you. And we know what it is. In a straight line, yes, off the line, the Tesla is just going to demolish virtually everything out there, even a big giant SUV like this. On the other hand, you get the second kind, which are the folks that when you're driving, whether you're in the center lane, the left lane, they see you as an electric vehicle, and they basically want to push you out the way because you don't belong and you shouldn't share the road with them. And I don't know what if it's that stigma that of superiority or what it is, but I don't know what it is. And if you're a Tesla owner and you've experienced this, I want you to comment below if you've experienced this, because it's kind of a little insane, and I see it over and over and over again. Going back to some of the good, I love the fact that all the cameras around work as a Tesla dash cam. It also works in Sentry mode, so when you walk away from the car, you have great visibility of what's happening around you. So that's also something that's pretty cool. And is an awesome feature that I think actually most cars, more and more cars should do, because a lot of them have cameras all around them anyway, so why the hell not, right? The other thing that's awesome about this car is this car that I bought in December of 2020, arguably now is a better car than it was then. I'm gonna say that again. The car that I'm driving now 9 months later, 10 months later, is a better car than the car that I bought in 2020. The software update, the over-the-ear software update is unbelievable. I know more and more cars are doing that, but I think Tesla is king of the hill when it comes to doing that. There's no question about it, hands down. And I will tell you that my friends who've had their cars, 4, 5, 6, 7 years will tell you, no question, the car that they're driving now, some of them actually have more power now than they did when they first bought the car. And that's the constant R&D that Tesla does and pushing it over the air. So going back, first of all, this is the car with, well, almost the most miles that I have. Is it? Wait a minute. I think it's the car with the most miles that I own. It is. Holy cow. So that tells you something. And it's gonna have a ton more miles on it by the end of the year, just because of how I'm racking up the miles on a daily basis. And so it is honestly the most trouble-free car that I currently own and that I've ever owned for the miles that I've put on it. It's absolutely unbelievable. Would I do it again? Yeah. I'm not gonna do the Plaid just now. I actually like a small SUV, and that's probably what I'm gonna do next. I am probably going to give this car to one of my family members, and I'm gonna get the next version. And so I know this is almost like blasphemy for my ICE fellows. Don't worry about it. I still love my, internal combustion engines, the V12s. I'm never gonna get rid of the Aventador 50th anniversary or the SVJ. Those cars are staying. Don't worry about it. They're safe. The M6 is safe. The i8 is safe. I'm keeping those cars forever. I have a couple of more cars that are going to be coming. I'm not going to say anything about them. You'll see them soon enough. But I like this Tesla, and I like where they're going. I like the technology that's here and all of the capabilities. So yeah, I will do this again. I would do it again. I will do it again. I would and I will do it again. But I'm curious to hear from you guys. If you own a Tesla, what your experience has been. If you're considering a Tesla, like I said, go ahead and check out the videos that I've posted. Go ahead also and use my referral link if you're interested. There's my old house. And let me know what you guys think. Again, once again, guys, thanks again so much for watching. There we go, another Tesla. I see Teslas now everywhere. It's a great club. I need to also get connected with my Pittsburgh family here. They're awesome guys. Go ahead, if you're in the Pittsburgh region, go ahead and say hi, comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As I always say, keep motoring, even in an electric vehicle. I love it. Be well. Ciao.